Tony D, back from the eye doctor, and this is a screenwriter's rant on the Wasp. Little Jones somewhere. I don't know. I don't know where she is. I can barely see. The Wasp, starring Natalie Dormer. You remember her from Game of Thrones, and Naomi Harris as two best friends, and one hires the other to kill her husband. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 14. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. It's a pretty decent setup, I would say. Let's see if I can read any of the credits. Directed by, oh boy, Cullen Morales, I think, based on the play by Morgan Lloyd Malcolm, and screenplay by Morgan Lloyd Malcolm. So that's good. The original writers is on this. This is August 30th. And it's pretty straightforward. Natalie is like a blue-collar cashier, but Naomi married a rich dude who is terrible. And they went to school together, and they're still friends. But her rich husband treats her terribly, cheats on her, beats her up, and she's had enough. And so she contacts her friend, played by Natalie, to say, hey, would you kill my husband for $10,000 or pounds? I'm not sure what country this takes place in. So Natalie agrees to do it because she needs the money, I guess. And she has the temperament for it, which is an interesting sort of wrinkle in it. Like when they were kids, she killed, I think, an injured pigeon with a rock. And because they were friends then. And that is what inspires Naomi to go to her and say, kill my husband. I think you could do it. So then Natalie comes over to plan it. And so they're doing everything they can to plan it and make it, you know, the perfect murder, that whole thing. It's called the Wasp because I think Naomi is some sort of entomologist. And she's got framed pictures of insects on her wall and knows lots of facts about them. It looks fine. I mean, based on a play. The downside of the trailer is we really don't get to know the husband all that much. Now, he's supposed to be a scumbag or whatever, but I would have liked to have seen a little more detail on him. I think it should have been more of a... The presentation should have been more like 3-character presentation as opposed to just focusing on their relationship. Now, granted, the play and the movie is about their relationship, but I think I needed to see just a little more about the husband to sort of confirm that this isn't a double cross that's going to be some weird double cross in the middle of the play or movie. Or at the very least, just give me a little more about his character. But maybe in the play he doesn't factor in that much. But it does look kind of interesting. I like the background on the two. I like the history between them. Seems like if you were going to hire somebody to kill your husband, number one, you'd hire a friend. Number two, you'd hire a friend who you just determined a long time ago she has the mentality to do it. And I'm kind of rooting for Natalie to get away with it. I don't know why. I mean, the husband is kind of a scumbag. Of course, you know, there are other options. I in real life, I, of course, would be horrified if someone came to me and I'd be like, oh, how about divorce? Do you ever think of calling your lawyer? Yeah, this looks like kind of a cool movie. So first act, how does it start? That's a good question. I assume maybe it starts with Naomi, and maybe it just shows Naomi and Natalie going about their lives, and they run into each other again, and they reconnect, let's say. And then, you know, Naomi is having a really bad time in her marriage. Natalie is having financial problems, let's say. And then Naomi gets the idea. And that's sort of the first act. Second act, she contacts her, gets her on board, and they start planning the murder, you know, going through the various factors and details, which I'm sure were in the play. And then maybe they do a dry run. Maybe they do a first attempt that they have to abort for various reasons. Maybe somebody shows up unexpectedly. The third act, I think, is probably the murder, right? Either that, or maybe they get right to it. By the end of the second act, he's dead, and then the third act is about the cover-up. And possibly in a play, the third act could be they turn on each other, right? Natalie wants more money, or Naomi is making noise that she might throw Natalie under the bus because the cops are asking too many questions and she can't take the pressure. And then maybe they try to kill each other. So it could kind of go a lot of different ways. I like Natalie Dormer a lot. Man, in Game of Thrones, she was one smoke show. In this, they purposely dress her down. I feel like probably should have been cast the other way, but you know, kudos for Natalie for taking a role that's not just the hot chick, because she is pretty hot normally when she's gussied up, I would say. But yeah, okay, I would say it. I think I would say it. It'd be a good date movie, good streaming movie. Maybe I would go to the theater. I probably want to hear one review of it to make sure it's not stupid or it was stupefied somehow in the translation, but I doubt that. I think it's probably solid because you have the original writer on both. Follows Heather and Carla. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading because my eyes are all dilated from the doctor. Follows Heather and Carla. They meet after having not spoken in years. Heather is about to present a very unexpected proposition that could change their lives forever. Okay. Yeah, solid enough. Sure. It's called The Wasp. And it comes out in, I believe it said August? Yeah, August 30th. So, yeah, I think you could put it on your list. And that's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan somewhere in the house. I'm going to recover from this. Hopefully in an hour or two, I'll be back to normal. I'm going to make some dinner. Check me out on my various events. Friday, I'm doing Valenzano Winery in Chemung, New Jersey from 5 to 7 for How to Hunt the Jersey Devil. Then on Saturday, I'll be at Moods Farm from 10 to 5 for the Big Blueberry Festival. I know you love that. Then on Sunday, I'll be at the Pirates and Mermaids event in the Dragon Shops in Bridgeton, New Jersey. First time doing that. Monday, I'm doing the Margaret Domblowski Swedesboro Library event. And that's at 6:30 for How to Hunt the Jersey Devil. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing a podcast. We're still working out the details, but that's going to be at 7:30. So look for the link on my social media. So lots going on. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.